Ah, it's cool. No, I'm not going to shoot. Bad. Hi there everyone. My name is Allan Nisbet from Storm IT Solutions Limited, and I've just found a use for a tablet PC. Be quite helpful right now. So my talk is basically on how to use social media tools to promote products on your e-commerce site. Now I've read in lots of places the use of social media in business is about creating relationships with the customer, and one of the well-known, one of the well-used terms that I've read is consumers want to be treated less like customers, more like friends. Ourselves, we actually disagree with that. Consumers simply want to get the best value for products they choose to spend their money on, especially in the current climate. And sort of how can we say that? A total different viewpoint. It's simple. This is what we do. Sole purpose is to take a customer base from existing websites and transfer it to your site. Now customers do have brand loyalty, but it doesn't mean they won't look for the cheapest retailer of a branded product, which takes us to the topic of this talk. Now your e-commerce store or website needs traffic. Google traffic is the #1 thing you should be concentrating on. So if you sell what a customer's searching for, then and you don't appear on the first page of the results, that's a negative straight away, so you really need to get that sorted. And then the second thing is sort of good old-fashioned word of mouth. If person A talks to person B about you, then there's a chance that person B might be interested to come to your site, but only if it's something they're willing to buy. It's not a dead set. Now most of us are extremely busy, so what we've worked on is a sort of series of tips. It'll only take a few seconds of every day. It's not going to take hours each day, and they're able to target a large audience of potential customers. Now what we love is automation. It's sort of the bread and butter that we do. So the first thing I'd recommend is that you link your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn and any others together, so that you're only having to do it once and it posts them all as a single one. Now we're happy to explain this in detail at the end, because it's a wee bit tricky and different people have different ways of doing it, so I'm quite happy to tell anyone at the end. Now when you advertise your Facebook, your Twitter and your LinkedIn, you've got to make sure that you don't just put the logos on your flyers and things. We've been guilty of it ourselves. You actually need to put the links so that people can find it and they can go to that quite easily. So make sure you put the links on all your promotional items. Now this is where it comes in, sort of using the tools for e-commerce. Now on every single product page you want to have the ability for users to share your product. If they like your product, they're going to tell people about it, and in turn you hope to bring more people to you. So basically you're unlocking access to their friends and their contacts. Now there's loads of simple add-ons that can pretty much add on to any site. We've not found a site we've not been able to basically set this up on. So there's things like you'll have all seen the Facebook like, the Facebook share, the tweet this, and then the share on, and there's all your various other ones. And all those allow basically you to drive more traffic to your site based on, sorry I just lost the place there. Yeah, basically pass it all on to their contacts. Now one of the tips that a lot of people miss is if you have a product, an e-commerce store of hundreds of products and every single of them has 0 likes and 0 tweets. The problem with that is that human nature is nobody's going to be the first person. So what we recommend is you get your friends and your family to promote it, and you're promoting it as well, which is the next phase, because human nature is if they see lots of people sharing it, they're more inclined to share it, and they don't really know why, but they do it, and sort of there's lots of evidence to back that up. Now because we make it simple, the facility that we use for allowing your customers to be able to share all your products is the same system that you use, so much in the same way that they're clicking share. We recommend that about once a day you share one product every single day, and it basically means that you're just exposing your products to a large group of customers. Now finally, one of the big debates about social media is the sort of return on investment, and it's like a big player. So when you use a system like this on an e-commerce store or just on a service website, if you set up Google Analytics, what you're able to monitor is you monitor the traffic that come in from your site, and you can see where they've come from. So they've come from Twitter, Facebook, wherever, and then you can actually follow them through the process right out to checkout, and then you can basically see who's buying what, and you can actually see a sort of return on the time you've taken. You can sort of, so the summary basically is of using social media tools. Target Google for product names, not subjects. One of the things that people used to do was if they had say for instance, men's designer clothing, they would target Google for that, but actually what you want to do is target for the product, because average Joe is not typing in men's designer clothing, they're typing in, they know they want some jeans and they know the brand they want, so that's what they're looking for. So in the same way you do this with your Facebook and Twitter, make sure that you're targeting specific branded products, because brand loyalty is there and people will be looking for that. Also post about one product a day, 2 at most. You don't want to spam, because then you'll slowly lose customers who are sort of reading into it. And use Google Analytics. And one of the final things is that a lot of people don't realise, if you use Facebook, once you get to 25 likes, make sure you use the custom URL facility that they allow you to do. It allows you to grant yourself a username which is branded to your business. Now, and it gets rid of the big string of ugly numbers, so it's also good when you're sending links to people. That's pretty much it. If there's any more questions, I'm happy to answer any at the end and speak to me.
Thank you very much.